Hey, congratulations for making it this far. A lot of people start a course and they don't actually make it this far in. So good job so far. I hope you stay with us because we're about to get into the true meat and potatoes of selling on Amazon. The first couple modules, we've just been laying the groundwork, giving you some of the background information you need to know. Now we're about to start getting into the really exciting stuff. But I just want to give you a few little things to think about as you start selling, as you continue on your journey of doing this. Now, the Freedom Ticket, I believe, is one of the best courses, and I think a lot of people out there also believe it's one of the best courses because it was voted the best course actually in the space. So I think you're in the right place. But you know what? There's other people that teach too. So don't be afraid to actually learn from some other people in the space. Now, there's a lot of pure garbage that's out there, and you got to be careful. There's a lot of stuff that's outdated, that's from people that aren't really selling. There's from people that they have an ulterior motive in what they're doing. They're just looking for affiliate commissions and everything they push. So be careful, but there are some really good people in the space, and you can oftentimes find those and see them in the Helium 10 Facebook groups or hear about some of them on the Helium 10 podcast. And podcasts are actually one of the best places that you can stay current and you can learn some additional information. So in fact, Helium 10 has some really great podcasts, like the Serious Sellers podcast hosted by Bradley Sutton that comes out twice a week where he features different guests and talks about a whole range of different subjects. That's a great one to actually make sure you tune into. And then the AMPN podcast hosted by Tim Jordan. He took that over from Manny Coates, who actually was the original podcast that was helped start Helium 10 back in 2015. That documented Manny's original journey and that has now evolved, and Tim Jordan. Those are great places to stay on top of the latest things and to hear some different perspectives. As well as, in the next module after this one, you're going to get a little sample of Freedom Ticket Extra. And so if you join Freedom Ticket Extra, you're going to be able to actually speak directly with me and ask questions directly with me and have additional trainings every single month. And you can see a sample of that in the next module after this. The Facebook groups are another great place to kind of stay informed as well. Now, you got to be careful. There's some misinformation in a lot of Facebook groups, and there's some people in there that are posting as authority figures that really don't know what they're talking about. So you got to kind of filter and be careful. But the Helium 10 users group is a really good group to join. Helium 10 also has the FBA High Rollers group that you could join. Both of those groups are great groups to keep informed on and to ask questions and post. Also, Clubhouse. If you have the Clubhouse app on your phone, every other week, Bradley and I host a live Q&A every other Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time in the U.S. We host a live Q&A for about an hour where you can come on and ask questions or just listen to what other people are talking about. So be sure to check that out as well. And then there's events. Going to events for Amazon sellers can be a great way to network, to learn more, to hear additional speakers, get different perspectives, to meet your fellow sellers and share some cool stories with each other and get some cool tips from each other just over dinner, over drinks, or just hanging out. And you can find out about all the different events all over the world. There's a website called AMZ Summits, amzsummits.com, where you can actually go to, and he's pretty good about listing what are all the upcoming events all over the world for Amazon sellers. So make sure you do that. And Helium 10 also has their own huge event. So check and make sure that you attend that huge event too as soon as the next one is announced. Those can be great ways to stay in touch. Then if you're an advanced seller, Helium 10 Elite has quarterly meetups where the Helium 10 Elite members come together and get some additional training and network with each other. So there's lots of cool stuff out there that can help you and supplement what you're learning here in the Freedom Ticket. We're just giving you the basics and the quick overview and getting you going, but you're going to want to continue your education as you go along and stay on top of this because it's an ever-changing thing. Amazon's constantly changing. What works right now may not work 2 years from now. And what worked 2 years ago is not working now. As I've been in this business, things have dramatically changed since I started doing this in 2015. So stay with it and continue learning. Now, remember, this is a grind. This is not easy. This is not not an easy business. It's going to be a grind for a while, but you should get to a point where it's not a grind anymore, and you can enjoy yourself a little bit more. But in the beginning, there's a lot of information to absorb, so don't get overwhelmed. Take it easy. Don't try to rush it all too much or have brain overload. Go back and rewatch some of the episodes if you need to. Take a look at the notes that are included, And remember, really focus. Don't try to multitask too much and do too many things. Focus on what you're doing right now and what you're learning. And focus actually stands for follow one course until successful. If you take the initials in focus, follow one course until successful. And that's what I recommend you do. Don't get caught up in shiny objects. As you're learning, you're gonna hear about all these other things out there: Shopify stores, Walmart, Etsy, all these other things. There's so many different ways, and people are going to say, no, Amazon's done with. You got to do this one. This is the next one where everybody's making money. Don't let all those distractions get in your way. Focus on this opportunity. Amazon's going to be your best chance, most likely, of making a good go at making some really good money. So focus on this, and don't let those shiny objects get in the way. And most of all, don't give up. Even if you have some setbacks or your first product is a failure, don't give up. This is a great business, and just treat it as a learning experience, and get up, dust yourself off, and do it again. And I believe that you can do this. So I want to help you change your life and have a better future. So that's my goal in doing this. And so I hope to see you on the other side and meet you at one of these events, or see you sometime and meet you in person and shake your hand and say, job well done. So we'll talk to you soon.